So today we're going to do the approximate 9-month review of Camp Chef Outdoors Oven BZR12. Now this is the middle of the line. It's not the most expensive and it's not the cheapest. It's the middle. It offered a few things that the cheapest one did not come with, and I cannot remember. There was something about the most expensive. I don't think that it's set up for something. I don't think you can use the adapter filler, to go from a large tank if you want to with it or something. I can't remember. But anyway, there was something I hated about the most expensive. What I can say is when it works right, it's great. But it's kind of finicky. You got to reach around back sometimes and shake the lines. I don't know what it is. Ever since it was new, you've had to. The igniters for both the oven and the burners on top. A lot of times the burners will kind of. I don't know how to explain it other than it's not a precision fit. Stuff kind of moves around. It moves away from the igniter. So you kind of got to reach under there, scoot stuff back where it goes, or just use a lighter stick. Now, what I have done with it is lasagna. The pizzas in a box, the pizza kits, I've done it. We've done pork chops. We've done lasagna in it. We've done about anything you can possibly think of. Right now, there is a cake in it. I'll try to get a picture of it. By the way, that's a butter pecan cake, and it's supposed to have 5 minutes left, but I think it's going to take a little longer than that. But like I said, what I do like about it is after you fiddle with it and mess with it and everything, you can usually cook anything that you would want at home. Biscuits, like your orange Danish rolls, that sort of thing. Cooking times do vary from a regular oven. It seems some things cook a lot quicker. I can't explain it, and some things seem to take a little bit longer. Positives. It's nice if you want to go camping, or we do a lot of side-by-side riding and stuff. As a matter of fact, we're actually at Half Hill McCoy right now, Ashland Resort. But it opens you up and gets you away from the hamburger, hot dogs, that sort of thing. But at the same time, there's times you just want to pick it up and throw it over the hill, because you gotta, if you're tired, you're wore out, it's been a long day, it will eventually work, but you do have to mess with it. If you're somebody and you got a little bit of mechanical ability and everything, and you know how to trace it from the regulator, to through the different lines and stuff, and you can kind of peck on the lines and everything. All I can say is it's a Corona kid. It was bought during Corona, probably built during Corona. God only knows how many, part-time workers from a temp company or something, built this thing. I hope that they're more trustworthy as they're coming off the line now. Like I said, I like it, but I've got a mechanical background, used to turn wrenches and everything, and I just kind of got used to its quirks and everything. But if you're somebody and you just want something like a plug and play, I would suggest going to a retail store and getting you one of the little ovens, that you can cook a pizza in, or whatever. You're going to be hundreds of dollars to the good. If you get a year and a half, 2 years out of it, just beating the heck out of it, hauling it around, you're going to be way better off. This thing here, they're very expensive. I think I gave $350 or $360 something for it. And to be 100% honest with you, I really wish that I would have just went with the electric oven. I mean, you can get them for 40-50 bucks up to $100 and have the same space this thing's got in it. And if you're camping or something, you're not even out propane, you're using the campground's electric. And then I have a lot of I've pointed that out to a lot of people, and they're like, well, what do you do when you go somewhere they're not electric? Well, I have a power inverter that'll run about anything, and I also have a generator, so it's not really a problem for me. But in my opinion, overall, it's probably a better way to go. For anybody interested in buying one of these things, just for the heck of it, I'll see if one of these burners will light on the first try. Just bear with me a second here. They almost never do. Nope. See, you can see it sparking. So you kind of move all that around a little bit. So let's try the other one. See, you can see it sparking. Now, as a matter of fact, if I wanted to use that, I would have to just use a lighter stick. Use a lighter stick, there's no problem. But those burners, they rock around in there. It's not a very precision built piece of equipment. Usually if the oven's working right, it means everything's cocked one way to make it work right. If the burner's working, then you're probably going to have a problem with the oven. Another thing is, as far as a 1 pound propane cylinder, say that you really rely on this thing and you're going to make a lasagna. So let's say you boil your noodles on top. So you're running one burner for 10-11 minutes or something. Then you're browning you some ground beef to put in it, and you do the lasagna. Oh, pretty bird, by the way. But anyway, you put all that together, put your lasagna together, put it in the oven. If you're real lucky, then you will make it through the lasagna on a 1 pound cylinder. When you compare that to Camp Chef's grill that I have, just the basic grill, I thought that thing ate the propane, but you can do 2 or 3 helpings of barbecue chicken on it, probably some hot dogs, and still have a little bit left in it to use on just a regular camp stove. So to say it's kind of I don't know, I'm not going to say it's not efficient, but you definitely pay to play with this thing. It's not cheap to buy, it's not cheap to use, and honestly, I really don't have anything good to say about it. But should you all decide to buy one, I wish you way better luck than I've had. By the way, I have contacted Camp Chef. I am allowed to ship it back on my dime, and I am allowed to pay for certain repairs. And when I talked to them on the phone, finally got somebody that spoke English, there's very little that they will actually work on. Basically, the regulator, which, I mean, you could just, call up and order. And obviously, I don't have a problem with the regulator. It's everything on the inside of it. That's really about all that they're willing to replace anyway. If it's brand new, than some of the control knobs are willing to work with. But again, I don't have a problem with gas coming out. I have a problem with everything staying together and it igniting and such. but but anyway, I don't mean to ramble on, but should you all decide to buy one of these things, I wish you the best of luck, but I haven't had very good luck out of mine.